Hey everyone, welcome back. My name is Klaus and thank you so much for tuning in. Today we're going to be covering the CWL Invite Week 4 Season 3 Wars. We're also going to be drawing up the new and improved power rankings using a new and improved mathematical formula system. And then finally, we're going to be predicting this weekend's Wars, which is Week 5, and it's going to be a blast. Now, last weekend was actually a bye weekend, so we didn't miss anything. I was in Europe, so I didn't get replays, so the replays you're watching are from one of my clan's scrimmages, so it was a really fun war, lots of good attacks in that war, so enjoy those while we break down the wars that took place in CWL Invite 2 weekends ago. Now, War and Glory beat Northwatchers 110 to 106. Now, War and Glory is the only undefeated clan in the CWL Invite League so far, so nicely done to them. Clan Tenable Bay took the victory against By Forever 109 to 108, so 1-star victory for them. Bada Bing Clan beat Cold September 108 to 105, so a 3-star win, and actually that is the only war that we mispredicted. We predicted that Cold September would take that win, but actually Bada Bing Clan won it, so nicely done to them. Again, that's the only prediction that we didn't get right. I doubt we're going to be that efficient this week, but let's only hope, right? We can hope. And then next we had One Hive versus J-Off, and J-Off took that win 111 to 109. A great war for both clans, but J-Off took that win, so nicely done to them. Reddit Omega versus Six Schlitzes. Now, this one is in the war match, which will be linked down below in the video description, but Six Schlitzes has bowed out of the league, and they will not be replaced, so Reddit Omega won by default, so I guess congratulations to them. Next, we had Elite Gaming versus WHF2, and WHF2 took the win 112 to 107, a 5-star win. That's pretty handy. Next, Spartan's Legacy versus Pinoy Banditos 1, and Spartan's Legacy took that win by 2 stars, 113 to 111. Good war for both of them, but congratulations to Spartan's Legacy. Next, we had Dark Looter Z versus Power COC, and Dark Looter Z won that in a tie, guys, 113 to 113. The total destruction spread was only like 0.25%. I mean, very, very close war. An amazing war. Really, really entertaining. Next, we had Mariana Trench versus North Remembers, and Mariana Trench took that win by 5 stars, 109 to 104, so handy win for them. WHF versus One Hive 2.0, and WHF took that win by 11 stars, guys. WHF definitely taking the win there. Next, we had Faked Wargasm versus Marshall's Nation, and Faked Wargasm winning by 4 stars, 112 to 108. And then finally, Emphatic Elite versus Forged from Steel, and FFS won that one 111 to 110, a close war, taking it by 1 star. So that was a quick recap of what happened in week 4. Now let's draw up our power rankings. So before we get started, I want to remind y'all that in the past, my power rankings were simply derived from the total destruction percentage and the star totals. However, that didn't consider the breakdown. Some wars have more 11s and less 9s, or vice versa. You know what I mean? So instead of using that statistic, the statistics that I used was star difference. How much more stars did this clan get compared to their opponent? Obviously, the more stars they've gotten over their opponents, the more dominant they've been in the league. But also the win-loss record is being taken into account as well as the first priority. Considering we're 4 wars into the league, into the season, it is something to consider that if somebody's won more than they've lost, they're doing a fairly good job. However, I disagree with War Match. War Match actually lines them up by their win-loss and then their total destruction, but because total destruction is only really considered in tiebreakers, which are only roughly 5 to 7% of wars in the CWL, I think the star difference should be considered more important. So without further ado, starting with number 24, guys, we've got Six Schlitzes again, the dropout clan, so in the future power rankings they won't even be mentioned, and 24 will just be blank. Number 23 is One Hive 2.0. Very unfortunate for them, being negative 30 in their total star count and having yet to win a war. Very unfortunate for them. Looking forward to seeing them go up. And by the way, you guys are seeing that there is no comparison between last week and this week, and that's because, for one, a lot of time has passed between the two, but also because the way we're going to be deriving the rankings is different from now on. It's the lineup's going to change up quite drastically. But next week we'll be looking at, oh, that clan went down or up 2 slots or whatever. It'll be good. So this week everybody's kind of given a static ranking, and then from now on, week 5, 6, 7, 8, and going forward from there, we'll get a more comparative result. So number 22, we've got Emphatic Elite, negative 14 in their star difference difference, having yet to win a war as well. Very unfortunate for them. Looking forward to seeing what they can bring in the near future. I know they're very capable, as well as One Hive 2.0 directly below them. Number 21, guys, we've got Pinoy Banditos 1, and they are negative 12 stars. So as you can see, the negative 12, the negative 14, the negative 30, that's kind of, determining the rankings right now for these clans. These three clans are the only clans in the league that have yet to gain a victory, and we're definitely cheering them on. The underdog. We're looking for that victory for the underdog this coming week. Next, guys, we've got number 20, moving on to a new pane. Bada Bing clan, negative 15 in their star difference between their opponents and themselves throughout these 4 wars, and Bada Bing clan is 1-3, a 25% win record so far. Definitely looking to see where they end up after this week. Next, we had number 19, North Remembers. North Remembers with a negative 8 star count, total star difference, and a 1-3 win-loss record as well. Next, after that, we've got number 18, Elite Gaming, another negative 8 star difference. So with the tiebreaker and star difference, we look at total destruction. So Elite Gaming has a 92.09% total destruction over all 4 of the wars they've been in, compared to North Remembers, which has a 90.94% total destruction. So slightly lower, but again, these clans both have the same win-loss record. Next, we've got number 17, Power COC, negative 4 in their star difference, and a 1-3 win-loss record once again. So because they're negative 4, they are above Elite Gaming and North Remembers at negative 8 in their overall, big picture star difference between themselves and their opponents. And what I like about that, by the way, just to throw that in there, is that star difference considers both offense and defense. Like, looking at just the average star count only looks at your offense. It doesn't consider defense, and you know how it goes. Offense wins games, defense wins championships. So just something to consider. Number 16, guys, we've got Marshall's Nation, the first clan that has a 2-2 win-loss record, negative 7 star difference. So it's actually, they've got a less star difference than Power COC, negative 7 to negative 4, but because they've won more wins than Power COC, that's just something that we have run into, and of course, with a higher total destruction percentage, so that actually works out. Number 15, guys, is Clantanamo Bay. Clantanamo Bay with a negative 6 star difference and a 2-2 win-loss record as well. Looking forward to seeing what they can bring in the near coming future. Number 14, my friends, Cold September, as I will be and have been streaming their wars. Cold September, negative 6 in their star difference so far, 2-2 win-loss record once again, and overall, total destruction 90.46. Now, it's interesting to note that their total destruction is lower than Clantanamo Bay, 1 slot below them, but because their star difference spread is actually less than that, that makes it to where they're higher up in the rankings. Next, we've got One Hive being a star difference of +3, so our first positive star difference overall. They are also 2-2 in their win-loss record, followed by Forever number 12 with a positive 6 star difference, and again a 2-2 win-loss record. Coming forward, guys, we've got Dark Looter Z. Now, it's interesting to note that Dark Looter Z is number 11 in our power rankings, but is number 2 on War Match, and that's because they have a very dominant total destruction percentage, but their star difference between them and their opponents is actually quite small, possibly because they've warred against very difficult clans. Who's to know? The picture will get drawn even more clearly as the season moves on. But Dark Looters 3-1 with a 75% win-loss record. Very nicely done for them. Next, we've got Mariana Trench at number 10 with a positive 3-star difference, so just above Dark Looters by 1 star throughout the entire league. Very close clans, by the way, and their total destruction is actually 2% less than Dark Looter Z, so very interesting, with yet again another 3-1 win-loss record. Next, we have North Watchers at number 9 with a 4-star difference and a 3-1 win-loss record once again. Reddit Omega coming in at number 8 with again a 4-star difference, so both Reddit Omega and North Watchers at 4 overall star difference, except for Reddit Omega's total destruction is just over 1% higher, and again a 3-1 win-loss record. Number 7, we've got Forged from Steel with a 6-star difference, and again 3-1 win-loss record. Their total destruction being at 92.92, just above Reddit Omega's. Next, we had number 6 in Spartan Legacy, guys, another 6-star difference, the exact same as Forged from Steel, except for their overall total destruction is 0.06%, the absolute closest 2 clans in the league. And actually, just a spoiler alert, they're going to be warring this week, so it's going to be a explosive war. It's going to be amazing to watch. Next, we had number 5, Jayoff, and they are also 6-star difference star difference overall, and so tied with Spartan Legacy and Forge from Steel, so their total destruction of 93.38 carries them ahead of the others with a 3-1 win-loss record. WHF coming in at number 4 with a 9-star difference overall, 92.41 total destruction and a 3-1 win-loss once again. WHF2, interestingly enough, is number 3, nicely done, with a 15-star difference, guys. Number 3, 2, and 1 have amazing star differences and win-loss record, obviously, so they're doing an amazing job. At number 3, WHF2, 15-star difference, 92.42% total destruction, actually only 0.01% different than WHF. That's amazing, and obviously still a 3-1 win-loss record. Coming in at number 2, we've got Faked Wargasm, 22-star difference over their opponents this season, doing an amazing job, very, very good, and also their total destruction is amazing at 93.94 or 0.34%, and the highest 3-1 win-loss record. And then coming in at number 1, guys, we've got War and Glory, the only undefeated clan in CWL invite at this point, 4-0, with a star difference of 25. Not only do they have the highest star count, but also the best record so far, giving them the number 1 spot. So guys, that is the power rankings. Now let's move on and make some predictions. And getting right into it, guys, we've got War and Glory, number 1, against WHF2, number 3. This very well could be the War of the Week because they are both top-tier clans in the CWL invite. Now, however, War and Glory does have a slight edge in every statistic. 11v11, 11v10, 10v11, 10v10, 9v9. I mean, every single scenario that you can think of, War and Glory has a slight edge in all of those, and so it kind of makes it not an easy decision, obviously, because any clan in the CWL invite could win any war they're in. I mean, even like number 23 could beat number 1 in CWL invite. That's how amazing these clans really, really are, and their potential is amazing. However, because we have to choose a victor here, we're going to go with War and Glory. Next, we've got Clan Tenable Bay, number 15 in our power rankings versus Elite Gaming, number 18. Now, this one is interesting because Clan Tenable Bay has an advantage in 11v10 dips, but Elite Gaming, however, 3 ranks down, actually has a slight advantage in every other statistic. And so these clans being so close, we're actually going to give the nod. We're going to predict that Elite Gaming is going to make the upset in this week. Very exciting, guys. Exciting to see that one take place. Next, we've got Bye Forever, number 12 against J-Off, number 5. J-Off is superior based on the statistics on War Match in every statistic except for 9v9. Now, these wars are generally won by the 10-10s, so we're definitely going to have to give the nod to J-Off. Of course, as always, any clan could win these wars, but with a 7-rank spread, and J-Off seems pretty hot lately, I think we're going to have to give the nod to J-Off. Next, we got Bada Bing Clan versus Reddit Omega. Reddit Omega actually has a slight edge in every stat, especially because, again, they're ranked number 8, and Bada Bing Clan's ranked number 20. It's a 12-rank spread. One of the more one-sided wars this week. We're going to have to give the nod to Reddit Omega. Next, we actually had North Watchers against Six Schlitzes, but again, this is the last video where they are going to be mentioned as they've dropped out, so North Watchers will win by a bye. Next, we got Cold September versus One Hive, and this will very much be one of the closest wars of the week. Let's just be very, very clear. Cold September is number 14, One Hive is number 13, and their stats, if you look at them, go back and forth by just a few percentage each. Cold September has an advantage in 11v10 and 9v9. One Hive is an advantage in 10v10 and 10v11. Now, again, I said earlier, 10-10s win wars. That seems to be the case, especially with close wars like this, and so because One Hive is number 13 and Cold September is number 14, One Hive has what appears to be the superior 10-10s, even though it might be a couple of percentage. We're gonna have to give the nod to One Hive, although this one could easily be an upset either way. And actually, in my notes, I had said that I'm gonna go with Cold September because I stream for them, but being as completely just numeric as possible and objective as possible, we're gonna give the nod to One Hive. Next, we've got Spartan's Legacy versus Forged from Steel. Again, a very, very close war as Spartan's Legacy is number 6, Forged from Steel is number 7. Spartan's Legacy is superior in every stat except for 10v10, but that's by 2% only. So overall, and interestingly, again, I mentioned this earlier, overall the total destruction spread of these two clans is only 0.06%. That's 0.06% over 4 wars. These clans are extremely close in how talented they they are. But because we have to pick a winner, we'll go with the rankings and go with number 6, Spartan's Legacy. Next, we've got Dark Looter versus Emphatic Elite, one of the other more one-sided, it appears, one-sided wars. We've got Dark Looter's Z at number 11 and Emphatic Elite number 22. Now, Emphatic Elite's 9s are actually superior statistically, but Dark Looter's Z's, Tunnel 10s, and 11s are superior, and that's, you know, kind of more of an advantage. 10v10 advantage is pretty extreme, I think, by like 14% roughly, so we're gonna have to give the nod to Dark Looters this time. Next, we got Power COC versus One Hive 2.0, and Power COC being number 17, One Hive 2.0 being number 23. One Hive 2.0 looking to get the victory here, just because they have yet to grab a victory, but based on the statistics, Power COC has an advantage in every single stat. Every single one, except for 10v11, and that's only a 3% advantage for One Hive 2.0. So we're going to have to give the nod, again, objectively speaking, to Power COC. Next, we've got Mariana Trench versus Faked Orgasm. Faked Orgasm being number 2 in our power ranking, so a dominant force in the league, versus Mariana Trench number 10. And Faked Orgasm actually has a slight edge in every single statistic, so it's kind of not an easy decision, obviously, but more easy than some of these other wars. We're going to give the nod to Faked Orgasm. Next, guys, we've got Pinoy Banditos 1, number 21 in the league versus Marshall's Nation number 16. Now, Marshall's Nation's superior in every stat except for the 11v10 dips with a 17% discrepancy. That's a very interesting statistic, but every other statistic is fairly one-sided. So even though I think Pinoy Banditos could take their first victory this week, we're going to have to say that Marshall's Nation is probably more likely to win. Next, we've got the final war of our predictions. North Remembers versus WHF, one of the more one-sided ones once again with a 15 rank spread. WHF number 4, North Remembers number 19. And it's actually interesting that WHF has an advantage, 10v10 advantage of 9%, and also their 10v11 and 9v9 are also superior, but North Remembers has a 11v10 advantage, but unfortunately that advantage statistically is less than 1%. So it's actually not an easy decision, but it seems likely that WHF will take this win. Now, before we say goodbye, I do want to again say that any of these clans are very capable of winning the next war. We have to pick winners, and those are the winners that we picked. I wish everyone the best of luck in week number 5, as I feel like it's going to be an explosive one. Everyone watch out, because it's going to be good. And that's going to do it for me today, guys. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Like this video if you did, in fact, like it if you enjoy this kind of CWL content. Subscribe and join the Klaus family if you have not done so already for daily Clash of Clans videos. And guys, that's going to do it for me. I love each and every one of you. And as always, I will see y'all again next time.